being, kind of the center of the defense now? Herman's gone. It's you. How's it been kind of organizing things this summer and being the guy?
I wouldn't say I'd be the center of the defense. I got my boy Sapp right here. But it's been a good summer. We've been working hard and everything. It's been one of the best summers so far since I've been playing football. We're working hard, and the new strength coach staff coming in, they pushing us real hard.
How's it been? What's different?
Pretty much just the environment of the strength coaches. They came in letting us know that it ain't no plan. We're gonna do every little thing right, just by touching the lines and finishing each rep. And like, if you find a guy who's not finished a rep, you're gonna call him out and start to sit over until everybody do the right thing and get the reps in and everything like that.
We were just talking to Brian Randolph. For either one of you guys, what difference do you think he would have made last year if he had played 12 games? And having him back, what difference does that make?
I feel it could have made a difference of us maybe winning a couple games, because he was a great player and always did the right thing, and he had very missed assignments out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's always great to have, an injured player come back. Randolph was a solid part of the defense the year before. So, having him back would be a big help on the back end.
Dontavis, Brian was talking about just the comparison to this year and last year. As far as the defense, learning a new scheme at this point, going into fall camp, it feels like you guys are way ahead at this stage. Would you agree with that? And kind of, if so, what makes this so much learning?
Oh man, I would definitely agree. The defense is a lot simpler. They made the concepts a lot easier to grasp. Keeping the same vocabulary with all the different defenses. I think it's just the speed we going is right on.
AJ, they were talking earlier about this summer. They were going bowling, rafting. Did you do any of that stuff with the defensive players?
Yeah, I can say I'm one of the best bowlers. Top 5 on the team. But yeah, it's been a fun experience. We go bowling on Sundays and Wednesdays, and I know the rafting experience, it was real fun. Just going with your teammate. We when we got to the part where you can get out on the boats and get out in the water and stuff. We got a little tackling drill, so we get to hit people off the raft and stuff. So that was one of the fun part of it. And just the bowling wise, I tried to teach him how to bowl like me, but he really couldn't get it down pat yet. So I know I'll just try to teach him a little more before the season, if so.
What's your average score, AJ?
Shoot, I ain't gonna lie, I was sorry at first.
Boy, you changed your story.
I was. When I first started, I was real sorry. Herm had to teach me some good technique. But right now I get around 160, between 180 consistently. I might break 200 here and there. So that's pretty good, I think.
What was this tackling drill associated with the rafting?
Oh yeah, man. I know I got to hit Big Dan. I probably won't ever get to hit him again. I got to tackle him off the raft. So, that was a good technique and form and rolling my hips and everything.
What kind of splash did that make?
I thought I was going to flip the whole boat.
AJ, you were asked about being the center of the defense, and you kind of deflected it, laughed it off. You embrace, I know the coaches pushed you a lot about being a leader back in the spring. You embrace kind of being the main voice in the middle of the defense.
Yes, sir. I embraced it a lot. It's just a role that it just had to come on. I had to take, and it's something that it ain't really hard to take, because you got older guys beside me and other guys who stepping up, who talking and leading as well. It just, I know I'm the Mike linebacker and got to make the calls. And like I said, you always got other people beside you who gonna help you. So it ain't nothing that's too hard. It's just simply out there just doing your job and having fun with the guys.
You kind of last year, you mentioned Herm. He was there. He was the senior that a lot of you guys looked up to. Was it kind of hard to maybe be a leader and speak when he was there, just because maybe that was his role, maybe that was his thing and not yours?
I wouldn't say that. I feel like he probably would have wanted me to speak more last year. I know I wasn't as vocal as I should have been, but I know I looked up to him, and he taught me a lot of stuff on the field and off as wise. But it's just something that I've just embraced now, that I could take a role in it. I'm just used to it now.
Dontavis, you got a lot of praise this spring for how you did during spring practice. How much confidence has that whole spring practice session given you going into offseason?
Not only for myself, I think the whole team just got a lot of momentum from the spring and the summer going into this fall camp. We just gonna try to keep rolling with it through the camp and into the season.
Dontavis, why do you think you've been able to kind of find a spot for you in that linebacking crew? Why do you feel like you're so comfortable now?
Man, I've been there, since my sophomore year, it's kind of hard to say. I just want to play football. That's really it, just go out there and try my hardest at every play I do, and it just worked out for me.
What's it been like for you, kind of wait your turn, hard work, and now finally you've got your chance to shine in the defense. What's that like for you? How much pressure do you have on yourself going into the season?
It was kind of tough, waiting on my turn, to play, but because I feel like I could have played since I've been here. Everybody should. So, it's been tough. It's been times I thought that I don't really want to play, but I wake up this morning, this guy next to me, grind for each and every one of my teammates. And this spring, all the chips fell for me in the right spot, and it's not really pressure on me. I feel like at the end of the day, you still just go out and play football.
AJ, what have you seen out of Dontavis being a linebacker from the last couple of years?
He made me step my game up because in practice I know it just working hard. Like he gonna work hard just as me, and like one of the things we do is trying to beat each other to the ball each play. It won't matter if somebody throw like a 60-yard pass, we running full speed trying to beat each other there. So it's just getting us in shape and better players and all. So yeah, I'm glad he beside me playing, and I think we're gonna be a real good combination.
AJ, you've gotten a lot of preseason accolades. You're on a lot of watch lists and things. Does that ever get distracting, and how do you just handle it and stay focused?
Pretty much, I don't really get into all that. It's a blessing to be known nationwide and stuff and get the accolades and stuff, but it ain't nothing that I'm gonna take it to my head. I'm gonna come each day to work and try to be the best and push myself and push my teammates to be the best.
AJ, what do you think Coach Jones has brought to this team that will produce better results on the field?
I feel like the simple stuff, just competing and the passion. I believe Coach Jones came in with a lot of passion, and that's what you need out there playing. You got to have passion on the field. If you ain't playing for nothing, it's really pointless. I think he came and brought a lot of passion to the team and want the best out of all of us.
Was there not much passion last year?
I say some coaches had passion last year, but we just in a new year, and it just everybody coming a little more hard and a little more tougher this year.
Have you been surprised at the passion that he's brought and how quickly the fan base from the recruiting trail and everyone's just kind of all jumped on this bandwagon so quickly since he came on campus?
I think just like when we first said Coach Jones coming, and we watched like the little clips of him speaking to his players and how exciting he was. I feel like he was gonna be a good fit for us, and like everything he doing it for the University of Tennessee and doing it for us and just the nationwide, just to build us and just help us out, I guess, and bring the fans more involved.
How far along do you think that Brent Brewer's come since we moved down the linebacker?
He been very, very good. He been helping us out, learning a little this and a little that. But for the big part, he's gonna be a good part to the linebacker crew.
AJ, what have you seen with Kurt? Obviously, he's coming back off that injury. Just as you watched him with the rehab, what's kind of been his, how determined is he to get back, and how ready do you think he is for camp and to get back on the field?
Pretty much just he rehabbing hard and going hard each day just to be at 100%, and we'll see when camp comes, see how well he do.
What do you think his injury and the toughness of rehab and coming back from that kind of injury has that taken a toll on him mentally? Do you see him wearing on him, or did it wear on him back in the spring when he was still fresh off of it a little bit?
He been real strong through the injury, and I know sometimes he wouldn't be able to work out with us or be with us, but for the most part, he's still been a great part of the summer. He been leading, speaking, being more vocal than me. Like, he been leading. I look up to him as well because he's just talking lead and just being vocal. Even though he can't be out there himself, and I know he wants to, he's still working hard to be the best and leading us and helping us as a team.
How much confidence has Coach Jones and the defensive staff instilled in you guys, being part of a defense that was less than stellar last season? How do y'all feel going into this season as far as making the improvement and kind of shedding that bad image?
Oh man, I feel like last year our scheme. Not the scheme. I'm saying statistically we had a bad defense, but as far as we had all the players and to do things right, but we just had a lot of mental errors on the field and a lot of communication problems. With the new staff coming in, we kind of trim that down, like trim the fat off it, and the communication is a lot better. You know, the concepts are a lot easier to grasp for all the players.
Confidence-wise, like, I feel we're very comforted, and like we going out each day, busting our tail in practice, and I know we're ready for camp. I know everybody ready for camp, and we just ready to come together and put them pads on and just go out and grind and be the best.
Y'all
That's
expect
all.
to be able to hit the ground running once camp starts, or do you think there's going to be a little bit more of a reacclimation period?
I feel we hit the ground running because we learned all the deep, well, not all of it, but for the most part we learned the stuff that we need to know just to hit the ground running, and just doing the little stuff we'll be able to do and keep going fluent.
How tough is communication on defense? I mean, you mentioned it was kind of tough last year. Just what all's going on? What makes it so tough, and why is it better maybe this season, this fall?
This season is real good. This season, it's just like you said, it's more simpler. Our defense is more simpler. You get one call and maybe a check here and there, but just pretty much lining up and playing. We know the call. We know the call we got to do, and everybody gonna do their responsibility. We're just gonna line up and make plays.
Yeah, it's more of everybody knowing the defense and knowing what to do, and if everybody know the calls, it's easier to communicate instead of one person knowing one thing and somebody else knowing another. If everybody knows the same thing, it's easier to talk and communicate and know what's going on. So that makes it a lot easier if everybody just knows what they're doing.
Okay, we'll bring these guys over for one-on-one.